Hey there, gang. Now, as Magic players, I think we think that we're pretty clever. But remember, intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. Let's play some head games. Friends, opponents, ornithologists, the worldwide. Welcome to Head Games Arena. My name is Jetterx, and today we're going to find out what the word is. And you know what it is. You know what it is. Of course, by that I mean we're talking about birds. So we built a deck around Choco, Seeker of Paradise. Listen, I can't take credit for this. A lot of other people are playing decks similar to this. I kind of mashed up different people's ideas, which is traditionally how I do deck building, is I see what other people are doing and kind of pick out the parts that make sense to me. So this is kind of a smash together of a couple other people's decks, and you end up with something that is kind of mine, but also very much some other people's as well. So Choco, Seeker of Paradise makes the deck. This is a Bant bird, 3/5. When one or more birds attack, you look at that many cards, you get to put one of them in your hand, and then any of the ones that you don't pick, if they're lands, you can put them directly into play. So this card, with even one creature attacking, draws you a card. Multiple creatures attacking, maybe it draws you a card and puts a land into play, or draws you a card and put multiple lands into play. We'll see a little bit of that in the videos today. So what did birds get to make everything work? You can see this is a lot of Final Fantasy cards. Saz's Chocobos, the one drop that gets bigger, gets counters on landfall. Side quest race Chocobo I think is better than it looks. 2 mana for a 2/2 Chocobo that gets +1/+0 on landfall. But if you have 4 or more birds, this flips to the backside and becomes Black Chocobo, which pulls a land out of your library, puts it immediately into play, and instead of it just getting the bonus, all of the birds get the bonus. So this is actually 2 creatures for 1 in the right circumstances. A couple of Plume Creed escorts as a hexproof, as a way to protect our creatures. I think Valley Quest Caller is not a bird, but it makes bird bigger. It's a bird lord, and it also gives you scry triggers when birds ETB, which is important with Traveling Chocobo. Now, obviously, this card is the mythic Chocobo in the set. I got a couple in draft, so there's 2 copies in here. I would play with 4 of this card if I had them in my collection, but I do not, because it doubles all of the land or bird entering the battlefield triggers, which is really just remarkable. You can also play birds and lands off of the top of your library. So, as far as a 3-mana creature that has that ability to play stuff off the top, it's actually quite powerful. Aven Interrupter is a bird that does just what it says on the tin. It interrupts your opponent's spells, which really helps you kind of stop sweepers and things like that. I'm opting for 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghost as my premium removal spell, because it can get a lot of things other than creatures. It permanently deals with tokens, but the lifelink is, I think, very important in this very fast meta. And then finally at the top, another new card, Bartz and Boko. When it enters, each other bird deals damage equal to its power to target creature. You got Traveling Chocobo, you get multiple triggers of that. You got birds that have lifelink on them, and you get lifelink for each bird that gets hit by Bartz and Boko. So it's got all of the elements of a decent low to the ground aggro deck. Aggro's not my strong suit, so I struggle a lot playing this deck, but Birds really has some legs, or some wings, if you will. So, I mean, that's it for the deck. Before we head over to the gameplay, I want to remind everybody, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think of the deck. Tell me what you'd like to see us play here in Final Fantasy Standard. Thanks again for watching. Let's play some head games. Yeah, but if you're the decoy... What? Okay, we thankfully get to go first. We're not doing things that are very interesting, but we're going to give it a try. Leyline Axe for our opponent. We'll say Cavern of Souls on bird. There's Freya. Now we need to play this on rabbit so we can cast Valley Quest Caller. They're equipping Freya. That's very interesting. Okay, so we will play another one on bird. I think we're gonna hold back. Let's see what happens. Oh, because she flies. You're... Oh, wow, now I'm very confused. I was hopeful that that's what we were going to do. Okay, I think I need removal more than I need anything else right now, so we're going to hold off there. Okay, your Quarry Steel Cutter did the thing. Okay, so now we can Fabled Passage. We've got 2 bird lands, right? So it doesn't matter what we get. I mean, I think we get white because there's so... We definitely get white because there's so many cards in the deck that depend on it. So we're gonna Bartz and Boko Freya. Do we want another land? I think I'm just gonna keep scrying for removal. And we're going to put pressure on. Let's not forget that Bartz and Boko is a 4/3, 5/4 with the Valley Quest Collar pump. Like, this is no slouch. You got it. Our opponent does not want to tango. Okay, so I can play Choco here, I think. We will leave that on top. We are going to attack with both of these birds. We're going to put this in our hand. The other one goes to the graveyard. We unfortunately did not hit any lands, which is really what makes Choco very good. Going for it. You got it. So he does what? Target creature gains indestructible. Okay. Gains indestructible. And then put whatever's equipped on him in there. Okay. So... Alright. We are going to play another Quest Caller. We don't need these. I can't even cast them, actually. They've got some kind of trick, so we're gonna put that into our hand. We will put that into play. We're just being extra cautious because I have a tendency with aggro decks to overcommit. Okay. So it's indestructible. So it takes out Boko here. Yeah, what I am now curious to know is... This was a mistake. Oh, immediately I think it's a mistake. Okay, never mind. They had something and whew, barely. Good game. Hey, you got the same avatar as me, Nolim. Is that Christopher Nolan, the famous director? Okay, on the draw, I do have Valley Quest Caller into side quest. Mana's real good. I think I keep this hand. I often say I don't have any interaction, but that's not strictly speaking true. I have this as interaction, and we're playing against mono red on the draw. Okay. Great. So at this point, we desperately need to draw a Sheltered by Ghosts, and we need to... Okay, Electrostatic Infantry is not the scariest thing that our opponent could be playing. We'll play Valley Quest Caller. See, removal is actually pretty bad for us. If they just straight up remove the Quest Caller, I'm going to have a bad time. Because what I can do next turn is I can cast Side Quest and then Mockingbird the token. Okay, I'm taking 2 from that. They didn't target the quest caller. Burst lightning targeting me. 3 from the electrostatic infantry. We're not blocking that. Okay. Razor Verge Thicket. Raise a Chocobo. We don't need another. Copy the token. We don't need a Saz's Chocobo. We will hold. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. Land is a good thing. Screaming Nemesis is actually a good thing. We're going to double block the electrostatic infantry. Okay. Oh, it's the perfect draw. It's the perfect draw. Bird. Sheltered by Ghosts on the bird. Take out the Screaming Nemesis. Get in for 5. Takes the 5. Back up to 13. So no lightning strikes. We're gonna Bartz here. We're gonna Bartz and Boko. Because if they don't kill the bird in response, I'm gonna gain the life. We do not need a Shaz's Chocobo. I'm banking on the fact that they have pump spells, but that they're not gonna be big enough. That's it. This game is over. Above 20 life against a red deck. Woo! You ready to call it Christopher Nolan? I loved Interstellar, by the way. It's easily one of my favorite movies. Heartfire Hero for our opponent. They can get their Screaming Nemesis back. There it is. They got it. Wow. Okay. Okay, game's not over. Game's not over. So I can take out the Screaming Nemesis now, and then I take 5, and I get to keep playing the game. I'm actually at least a little bit tempted to do this. Yeah, let's do this. Because ultimately this is the same thing. That's fine. If they want to block, I can't gain any more life. I'll put this in my hand. But it doesn't matter. Like, if they want to block with Screaming Nemesis, I'm so far ahead on life at this point that I'm okay with it. You got it. Double block. You got it. Yep. Oh, I could have done the damage differently so they only threw 4 at my head. Actually, no. Yeah, I could have taken 1 less damage here. Because I could have made it so I did 2 to the Heartfire and 3 to the Screaming Nemesis. Oh, they did. I think choosing not to throw it at my face was a fairly big mistake. Sheltered by Ghosts. Get rid of the Heartfire Hero. I'll just put that right into play. Wow. Never count out the red deck. Don't do it. Because they, for whatever reason, they could just have that one card that makes everything that much more difficult. I'm not sure there's a way out for you now, friend. I was being cocky before, but I think this game is over. Electrostatic infantry. I can actually just interrupt that. There's no reason not to. This just actually closes the game out. Yep. That's it. Good game. Nebulous Bane. Are you the bane of my existence? Well, I get to play first, so no. So trouble in paradise here that I don't have white or green mana to cast my non-creature spells, but we're gonna go for it. I think we're just gonna start on the coast and then we'll play from there. So we'll probably do, we'll see if we draw a colored land. I would love, oh man, Authority of the Console really chaps me. It's fine. There's the Chocobo. Let's get a Cavern of Souls down on Bird. And then we will copy the Chocobo. Life Screed Duo, so life gain for our opponent. Secluded Courtyard on Rabbit. Quest Caller. Bringing it. Okay. Very interesting. I don't hate that. I mean, that card tells me this person's playing on a budget, so we will play Cavern of Souls on Bird. I actually can't play the Sheltered by Ghosts right now, so we have to play Choco, which is... We have to. Oh no, we have to play the best card in our deck. We're going to put that to the bottom. We want to see lands. Gets in for 5. We are going to decline, and we're going to put that right into play. Okay. They killed Choco here. I think I'm in a little trouble. Enduring Innocence is fine. They're trying to keep up with some life gain. Untapped White Source. Okay, so we have Aven Interrupter. That's not bad. So I think we actually Valley Quest Caller here. We don't need another Aven Interrupter. We've got one in hand. Everybody? We'll put Chocobo in hand. White Source into play. Very, very big stakes here. And that, by that I mean they have to make a good choice. Not that I'm eating a very big steak. Why would you suggest that? That's ridiculous. We're going to interrupt that. Well, because the Johnny's Pride Mate is problematic for us. We'll take another interrupter. A second Enduring Innocence draws them a card, gains them a life. Okay. Excellent. So, we put this on one of the biggest creatures, right? So we put this on Choco. We get rid of Enduring Innocence. We bring it. We're going to put Bartz in our hand. Put the land into play. Get some triggers. Do we just win? I think we do. Block the biggest creature. Still quite lethal. Dang. Wow. I like a good cereal. So, what's your favorite cereal? Tell me in the comments if you've been watching this long. On the draw, 1 drop, 2 drop, removal. You can't ask for better than this. Secluded Courtyard on Burb. Saz's Chocobo. No cut down for our opponent. Is cut down fallen out of favor? It hasn't even rotated yet. Oh. They just didn't have it in their opener. Okay. Seachrome Coast will play Quest Caller. And say go. Go for the throat for our opponent. Excellent. That is not bad at all. So we can go Brushland. Yep. Take our hits. Race a Chocobo. Mockingbird the token. Go for the throat the Mockingbird. Fabled Passage. So what do we get? We've got both colors. It's white or green. We've got all the colors available at this point. So I think it's actually green so that I have double for Bartz. And we'll get in for 4. We will raise another Chocobo. Our opponent's stuck on lands a little bit. We need to draw into some action. They're just going to go for the throating our birds. We have nothing to do. Oops, all removal. This is a little perfect. Bird. Well, because it gets this to 3, so that I can do this now. Get in for 3. Okay, we're still putting... Now the pressure's a lot heavier. But they might have board wipes. Okay, Legion Ashes for our opponent. Our opponent is a big fan of not playing any permanents. Get in for 3. This is a wild game. Look at this. Removal.deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. 6. Okay, our opponent is now on the offense. Phyrexian Censor. That's a hell of a hit. No removal. Fade 1 turn. Okay, we're good. So no, when a bird entering... This kills them both. Let's play the land off the top. Oh, this is ridiculously good. Okay. Bartz and Boko. Triggers twice. And then we attack. And we've got Avid Interrupter to hold up. Avid Interrupter off the top. Get that noise out of here. Wow. Old Ezra. Wearing the robot outfit. I haven't seen a robot deck in a minute. Okay, this is fair. You know, I've definitely seen other builds of this deck that play with other 1-drops so that you actually have something on turn 1, and I think that there's some merit to it. I really do. I mean, that's not where I'm at right now, but... so we can start with Razor Verge. I mean, Razor Verge into Island is great because we have all 3 natural colors available. It's kind of perfect as far as mana goes. I would love to draw a Valley Quest Caller. That makes this build... that makes this draw a lot better. It's a pretty great sleeve. Look at that. Manifest. Manifest Destiny. Valley Quest Caller. Well, I really love Valley Quest Caller into Side Quest and then Mockingbird the side quest token. I like that. I like that start a lot. Because I also get 2 scries, and I've got the 4 lands at this point, so I'm scrying for Choco. Our opponent's thinking very carefully about their second land. What do you want to do for your second land, friend? Is it a forest? It's another plains. Skrelv's Hive for our opponent. This changes things at least a little bit. Maybe not this turn, though. Okay, let's get the coast down. Let's raise a Chocobo. We do not need another land. That's where the scry looks really good. We're gonna copy that. Bartz is perfect. Get in for 2. So the problem is, like, the deck that I'm looking at right now, what's probably going on is a white control deck. The Skrelv's Hive deck is usually very, very board wipe happy. So I'm in trouble. Like, board wipe very likely incoming. And to that end, what that means to me is that I probably shouldn't play out any more cards. Especially considering that the Skrelv tokens can't block. Okay. Enduring Innocence is probably worth stealing. Well, now I'm like, they're not playing a board wipe. Alright, so Fabled Passage. Unclear what the best thing to do here is. Let's get white, because I do have double green, even if it hurts me a little bit. I really think this is correct. Maybe I just attack. Let's just attack. Yeah, I think they probably block with the Enduring Innocence. I'm really worried about a board wipe here. So I don't want to play out the rest of my cards into a board wipe. Yep, our opponent's drawing an extra card. Dollmaker Shop is fine. Okay, they make a toy. That doesn't do anything for you. We block this guy. Okay. Can I win? Oh, they've got instant speed removal. Choco's pretty great. They've got instant speed removal. Alright. They do. They've got instant speed removal. They're being very cautious. I don't really want that. In we go. I'm fascinated right now. I have no idea what they're doing. What are the... Okay, not on my watch. Got it. Okay, I want this. We'll put the land into play. Blocking. Okay. Alright, let's fade one turn with no board wipe. One turn with no board wipe. That's all we need. Fine. Totally okay. Also okay. Because that's only one blocker, right? Oh, now they made another blocker. Yeah. Multiple blockers is annoying. Okay, so... Okay. Sheltered by Ghosts. On the Evangelist. Boko takes out the bat. Bring it in. We'll take another one of these. I think that's it. Put... Oh, yes! Pirad. Darip. That word almost looks the same upside down as it does forwards. Okay. This is not bad. I mean, Brushland is it's one of the lands that allows us to cast Sheltered by Ghosts, and one of the lands that allows us to cast Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's go for it. Alright. Chocobo. Looks like they've got a cut down. Good news, everybody. They know how to use cut down. Awesome. Razorbird's Ticket is a good draw. Let's raise a Chocobo. Another removal spell for our opponent. Boy. Hey, they got there. Unstoppable Slasher. Very interesting. Okay, we'll play this on Bird. Unfortunately, we just have to say go, so if they've got the fourth land in the Demon, we have to send this in. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. I mean, I don't like taking a lot of damage to this, but... yeah. Alright, Unholy Annex. We're gonna flash in Plume Creed Escort. We're gonna Sheltered by Ghost on that guy. Get rid of the Slasher. Play our land for turn and attack for 3. Did they draw a fourth land and a removal spell to get back their Slasher? They did. Excellent. Yeah, this removal deck, I have to draw just the right amount of creatures, or it is very hard to keep up. Beautiful. Nice. That's Traveling Chocobo. We'll play a land from the top. Yep. Awesome. They're drawing 2 cards a turn. There's no way we keep up with them now. This is exactly the kind of deck that just ruins us every time. I needed to draw a second creature there. That was the only way, the only scenario in which this worked. Yep, this game is over. They just ran us over with removal. So if they have the Demon, yeah. That's it. That's it. Well, because if I block the Unstoppable Slasher, the Unholy Annex kills me. Alright, Nick. What are we doing? You're going first is what you're doing. Okay, we can play with this. We need to draw some lands, but if things don't go completely poorly for us, we will get some scries and hopefully draw into some lands. So we've got a curve. We'll see how that curve goes. Mascot for our opponent. Interested to see what they're doing with that. Cynical Loner. What do? Puts a creature in your graveyard. Yep, you are crewing, saddling, attacking, making it a 2/2. Not bad. What is this deck doing? Now I'm fascinated. Bloodghast. Very cool. Quest Caller? Well, I don't have a third or a second green source, so I was just thinking to myself it may have made sense to do Chocobo, because then I could follow it up, but I actually don't. I don't have the green, and you need 2 birds in play. Another saddle for our opponent. They're getting in for 3. Putting another thing in the graveyard. Is it Bloodghast? It is. Playing a land for turn? Wow, very interesting. I feel really bad. I feel like we're about to get run over. Do you have a removal spell on top of it? The last ride. Okay. Well, now I do have the triple green, but it's not doing me any good. And that mascot's just going to keep getting bigger. Okay, so we're going to play a Traveling Chocobo. And pass the turn, and I'm gonna guess that our opponent is gonna have yeah, that can go. Gonna guess that our opponent has a removal spell. We actually don't need another Bartz and Boko. No attacks. It seems like they've got a protection spell. You know, something's holding up priority there. I mean, I guess they have a vehicle now. Yeah, I do have something that you can take. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. I'm gonna block both of the Bloodghasts. If they've got a pump spell, they've got a pump spell. There's lots of ways this could go wrong for me. Rubble Belt Maverick. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's Fabled Passage. Get our forest. Bartz and Boko. Targets here. And here, I actually don't think I need a Mockingbird right now. Valley Quest Caller's not bad. I actually think I'm going to say no to that as well. Oh, there's only one bird. Shoot, I did that wrong. Shoot. I keep making that mistake with the birds. Like, I keep... This is not a bird. This doesn't do the damage. Ugh, what a terror. I'm gonna not attack. That feels like a bad mistake. Because I could have targeted the mascot twice and it would have been better. Yeah, the last ride is completely useless to them right now. Oh, it's not completely useless. It draws a card. Okay. Okay. So we'll play Cavern of Souls off the top of our library. So can I... can I... This is on bird, this is on bird. So now I can Traveling Chocobo. We're going to scry that to the bottom. We're going to scry that to the bottom. I was really worried, but I think we've stabilized. And then I'm going to attack with Bartz and Boko. I don't think they trade. I think they'll take the 5. So now the last ride is a 0-0. Yes. That's a lot of triggers. Birds! All right, friends and opponents, how did we do today? So, off camera, I've had very, very swingy kind of pockets of play with this deck. Sometimes I feel like it's really strong and I kick the crap out of other people a couple of games in a row. Sometimes I really feel like it's incredibly weak and I get absolutely punished. But we had a good back and forth today. We ended up with 6-1 on camera, which I think is really impressive considering what the meta looks like. In fairness, we played against a lot of jank, which I love to see. But ultimately, you know, we weren't playing against necessarily top tier decks in most of the games, really. So that 6-1 record, little asterisk there, but ultimately I think that this deck does have some legs. There's a lot of other choices that you could make. There's a lot of birds in standard right now, and there'll probably be more in the future. And here's the really cool part. When you look at this deck, none of these cards rotate. The lands will change a little bit, I think. Secluded Courtyard was in Foundations. Cavern of Soul was in Ixalan. So I gotta tell you, we might lose some some of the fast lands, but I think that this land base is really solid, especially when you're prioritizing playing birds. So the deck can be a lot of fun. It can actually be really explosive, especially when you get Choco on board or when you flip a side quest, raise a Chocobo. Again, I think that this card is underrated. I think that this is really, I don't want to say overpowered. It's certainly not overpowered, but it's good. It's a good mid-tier card that, you know, it gives you a 2/2/2 drop. And the other part I like about it is that it makes that 2/2 token that you can copy with Mockingbird for 1, making a flying version of that token. And I really have found that to be a good strategy a number of different times. Again, you probably want 4 copies of Traveling Chocobo in the optimized version of this deck, but I just didn't have them this week. So that's all for now. Thank you all very much again for tuning in, for watching, especially if you're here at the end. That really helps out the algorithm if you stick around the whole time. Again, leave in the comments below what you'd like to see us play. I'd very, very much like to know what you all would like to see, because I would love to play it. So thanks again for watching, and as always, take care of your head.